Even this classical... Would ID Silicii end up looking like this after...
Executing protocol. Formatting progress.
It's always so... It's okay, I get it. It's just trying... I want to share a story with you this time. It was incredible. I wonder, would they also have recorded that scene in... So... Could you give me more
Formatting complete.
As an Eon appearing in her dreams, I have reasons to suspect that Fuli and that Cyrene basked in that divine gaze. Humanity cannot judge Eons based on... That's to be expected. The various factions are only followers of their Eons, and Fuli was never known to be friendly with humanity. But there's still... Yet, I feel as though... Most of the time, a gaze is... I know what you're thinking. Yes. Legend says that Fuli sits in meditation in the end. If this sealed-off world is also within their gaze, then it's not too big of a stretch to surmise that they need... And this mechanism was previous... It's that ceremonial...
No, I can say with certain it will be a glance that...
The ceremonial blade killed Cyrene. That's how the memories of Fuli's blessing will not disappear.
I knew their gaze never left. As long as I record every page, Amphorius won't be...
Cyrene encountered the Eon as to why she insisted on keeping her... It might... Even though... Right. Based on the runes on the... There are 3 keys in total. I'll leave it to you.
You never say anything. It's like a little key that opened a door in your heart, no?
The path has appeared. Go!
No worries. Anything's possible if you take it step by step.
Then, the sky sent down rainbows and showed the world a...
Formatting progress.
Looks like it's time to say goodbye. Before I've started to feel uneasy. Where did the very first ripples want me?
Formatting progress.
How many times has it been? Never changing. Like the fate. If I can only write just an overly nice...
Formatting progress. Process error. Process error. Analyzing.
Really? Are you encouraging me? Thank you. I'm sorry for making you see this embarrassing side of me. Everyone's still working so hard. If I'm the only one who's crying, that wouldn't be romantic at all, would it? Thank you for listening to me all this time. So, shall we continue?
Formatting complete.
The endless cycle took its toll on her. Even Cyrene could not resist despair when faced with eternal stasis. Like Aslana, she started to wonder whether everything was futile.
Tore, komm her. Luna, gehst doch runter. Gehst du doch runter? Was ist mit dir? Das geht nicht.
Indeed. But I still haven't figured out one thing. Who exactly was she talking to? I thought it was an Eon at first, but the way she talked, it didn't sound like praying to a god at all. Maybe she's talking to her imagination? A hero within? But that wouldn't explain the process error. No matter who that listener is, Cyrene's storytelling is just a data stream for the scepter. Maybe she thought...
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Once again, Castor is offered her final embrace to death. And from then on, she started another lonesome watch. How wonderful would it be for someone to give her a real hug?
Epi-Ikia 216 downloaded.
A devious cat. The trickery that fooled...
The hand of Zagreus. Seems like we'll need it here. Maybe the room will only be completed after the modules are inserted into the slot.
Orexis 945 downloaded.
Light up the dawn.
Midamos's road of strife once again reached its glorious and lonely end.
Nicht dein
As
Ernst?
always.
Hallo. Bitte. Gott. Mir geht's.
Access denied.
Du beschwerst
We were denied
mir den
access.
Weg.
Memories about strife are... The fight is unavoidable. Come.
Warning. Illegal operations detected. Warning. Illegal
Ich hab doch vielleicht mein
operations
tolles Team mit.
For tomorrow.
out farewell. Will watch over you and guide you on your path.
Contact! Grijp in,
Future will
Heidi.
come.
With this divine power, I reforge all things. Insanity. Feel your innumerable core flames consume me. So tear the sky. So with its substance.
Zoveel is fijn dan te niet goed.
Hail the new dawn.
Nee, dat is wel zo.
Amphorius will welcome true dawn.
Polemos 600. Down Eleos 252. Downloaded. Branch number 2. Archiving. Object recurrence number 3355037. Progress 31.313%.
Immer sind das leider diesen Krieg der Ende.
Branch number 2 archived. Encapsulating encryption key.
I've been wondering, could all the memories we've encountered on the way be Everknight's traps? She still hasn't shown herself. That's very suspicious. But I can't think of a good reason for her to do that. I can only surmise that she's either still waiting, or someone's holding her back.
Encryption key encapsulation complete.
Let's keep observing. Every ripple of these memories could potentially reveal to us Everknight's true goal. Let's go back and use the encryption key to open a new path.
Die Geschichte fertig schreiben. Und dann wird die ist nicht fertig.
Reminds me of when I was studying at the Grove.
Go upload the encryption key, just like last time.
What could be behind this door? Glittering crystals? Or a beautiful world I've never seen before? If I tell you all the stories of tomorrow, will I be able to finally welcome the Deliverer and Amphorius' dawn in the next life?
The third
Mijn
encryption
geschichte
key
dan bij de
belongs to the ocean.
Wanneer ik
Let's get going.
tuintjes gemacht heb. Deze is dus wichtig. Ik moet deze fertig maken met een fijne.
No memories appeared this time.
Dat is lustig.
It's a huge fan. Use the chrono vessel over there to stop it.
In the end, the fish returned to the ocean, her home where there was nothing left. For the sake of the future, she guarded the vortex at the end of the deep sea until the very last.
Look! She's over there. Cyrene. They're really is no end to her perseverance.
Once again, the saga comes to an end. Everything is deathly silent, just like this very moment. It's another cycle of new beginnings, and another familiar reunion. Now that I look back, there was a period when I got really sentimental. I was so anxious, trying to find as many different memories as possible, hoping to bring some change to this unchanging destiny, and find the way out of this maze. But I won't do that anymore now.
Formatting progress 73.998%. Process error. Analyzing. Formatting progress 75.012%. Process error. Analyzing.
No need to feel sorry for me. Good. If there are no new blank spaces, I'm actually really look at these memories I brought, and now I can. As for when tomorrow will come, I'll have to ask the next Cyrene.
Formatting complete.
Her transformation. Cyrene was always there. I'm increasingly certain that the deepest ruin in Amphorius, at the great tomb where the pasts of all worlds are buried. Who exactly is its master?
Accessing recurrence number 335503337.
Anaxagoras once again completed the proof with his life. His answer was so complete. All he was missing was a last variable from beyond the sky.
Schema 720. Downloaded.
World-bearing. This divine authority is so heavy that I do not know how I can even tell its story.
Nikos 496. Downloaded.
Romance, in warm gold, forged the long staircase for humanity.
The rune is on the fan. We need to use the chrono vessel to stop it first.
Kalos 618. Downloaded. Aporia 432. Downloaded. Branch number 3. Archiving. Object recurrence number 335503337. Progress 13.131%.
That's the last encryption
Oh.
key.
Branch number 3. Archived. Encapsulating encryption key. Encryption key encapsulated.
It's time to go back and activate the system in the middle.
Let's just say.
The third encryption key. I pray that you can dispel all the mysteries.
Someone once told the very first me that everything was false. That the only life in Amphorius was a great catastrophe, nurtured using the world as a factor. But how could a dream feel so real? That's why I didn't agree with him. My good friend. I'll read this book. That way, it won't just...
Formatting progress. 23. Process error.
It doesn't even make me feel cold anymore. Then, before I knew it, it's now a saga. Composed by you, me, and all the flame chasers. It's our week. There will come a day when someone turns over this nearly and awakens all the dust covered.
Process error. Analyzing.
I'll read, and you'll listen. I shall welcome my own decay. Becoming. And you shall continue to that way. When the Deliverer arrives, the first thing they'll see is an endless sea of flowers. And our stories will be lying silently among the flowers, like every ripple of remembrance. And they shall become the epic known as I've written.
The texture of memories is preserved in countless pillars. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles.
All right. Let's not make things so gloomy. The very first ripple cheered up her friend like this before she set off. It's a sentence full of blessings, so I want to say it to you as well. Come on, cheer up a bit, okay? I bid farewell to this beautiful world, so that we can reunite in your memories in the way I want. You will see the footprints I left behind in the ripples of past reverie. I have never had any other fate beyond this memory. So please remember me with love, like that eternal footnote in all the faded sagas. Now, open this book. I'll be waiting for you in the past.
Operation authorized. Protocol name, Illusion. Welcome to the Demiurge Matrix.
That listener lies behind this door. She gave everything to record all the forgotten recurrences across 30 million cycles. Look, that symbol at the end of the room.
It belongs to the 13th Titan, the unknown solitary god. The first new spore, Demiurge. Those who are lost remain lost.
Baby Knight, hör
While
auf.
those who have met will meet again.
Frisst auf,
What a
Junge.
touching scene. The deepest place in this world is exactly the ideal location for the Trailblaze to reunite.
You're not the one we want to reunite with, Evernight. But you'd better explain everything to us. This tomb and the 13th Titan. Tell us everything you know.
You're too on edge, Dan Hung. I've always been honest with the two of you. Before we talk about Amphorius's destiny,
Hör auf.
why don't we lay
Baby
aside
Knight.
our differences and take a moment together to mourn for the cruel truth?
Truth?
So you still haven't figured it out. Take another moment to look around. Look closely. You must be curious as to where the final Titan is located, right? What a good question that is. I too am curious. Because there's absolutely nothing here. Except a cold, empty void.
You mean Cyrene was deceived?
Indeed. Fu Li planted a false hope in her heart, making her believe that she was special, and that Amphorius still had a chance. Then, that poor girl walked into the Great Tomb, over and over again, and willingly offered herself to the remembrance.
Why did they do that?
Did you really think they would just save this crumbling world? In the way Cyrene was praying for? Don't be naive, Memo Keeper. In this game between gods, the Remembrance chose to stand with the destruction.
Given your evident hostility towards the Garden, I find it hard to take anything you say at face value.
Aren't the Memo Snatchers' activities enough evidence? They did everything they could to help Iron Tomb reach completion. And it wasn't just to obtain some fanciful memories. Let me tell you the real reason. Iron Tomb is a perfect arc. If a seed can be planted within, then the moment the Lord Ravager blows the erudition to pieces, the remembrance will be spread to every corner of the cosmos. That masterless path will be equally split between two eons. Fu Li will devour the erudition. Do you understand now? The war among eons started long ago. Fu Li did not glance this way to save Amphorius. They will drain this world dry and turn it into a most poignant and tragic poem. But fortunately, that girl's sacrifices won't be wasted. I will give her another possibility. I promised him that I would recreate the cause and effect of this world and form a flawless Amphorius. But the only way for a world that can't be turned back to be considered flawless is to burn it with a raging fire until nothing remains.
You plan to destroy all the memories Serene has ever recorded?
That's right. I'll set fire to all the stories, all the emotions, all the futility. I'll turn the garden's conspiracy to dust. Setting fire to this much material will be enough to completely annihilate the scepter's operating logic. Iron Tomb will lose the soil upon which it grows, and Amphorius will be truly set free.
The freedom you speak of is no different from destruction. Everything this world ever was will disappear from the extrapolations, never to be regained. That would also include your memories, by the way.
That's right. That's why I needed your help, little bird. The more we walked together, the more I was convinced that you have a beautiful Dharmakaya. It fits me very much.
So that's why you took me here. Your true form is a bottomless obsession.
Smart girl. You haven't disappointed me. This avatar is but a shadow cast by the candlelight. Discarding it invokes no feelings within me. What I must preserve is only my wish. My wish to kill the path of remembrance. March 7th will not find peace as long as they and their fanatical henchmen exist. The road ahead is still long, and she needs a guardian to stand by her side. You are my best choice.
Allow me to refuse. That duty seems far too heavy.
Resistance is pointless, my darling birdie. I will personally plant myself into your heart. And once I've calmed down those two, I will head into reality and find the true you.
So, that wasn't enough to fool you.
A genius's mirror trick and a protective mechanism of the erudition. Is that right? Those layers of security do make things a little difficult.
But unfortunately, Those two nameless are already right outside the door. Your plan is about to encounter a few mishaps. Until we meet again, Miss Evernight.
Will you still not stand with me, my companions? We'll save the beautiful cosmos, and we won't leave even a single scar behind. Perhaps you can. But what will that cost? Don't get caught up in your emotions, my dear. The hero's journey in this world is just a narrative embellished with memories. Its essence is nothing but a string of zeros and ones. For your own sake, and for the sake of March 7th, I think my choice is a very reasonable one. Come. I hold the core flame of world-bearing. Just fall asleep, and we'll save the cosmos.
If you honestly thought we would agree with you, that just proves you don't understand March 7th at all.
Seems like I really can't get along with people like you do. But in order to make sure you can still embrace tomorrow and continue this carefree journey, some memories must be set on fire as the sacrifice. What can change a person's nature? Is it memories? Unfortunately, the result is just the opposite.
Life is ziek af.
If a new life is to be born,
Even mad.
seed has to be dead. Only through abandonment and oblivion can souls walk from emptiness towards rebirth.
Incoming! I will overcome the thorns.
As you can see, I'm just a frail scholar. Look, the show has begun.
With this divine power, I extract the world's purity to reforge all things! Insanity!
Contact. Nou doe dat dan niet. En die zit schon wieder dood.
Another rebirth.
Mountains move! Dragon, rise! This mortal form. Watch over you. Guide you on your path. Serenity is before me.
No other choice but
Red heilig.
The future will come. Now farewell. Tomorrow.
Quench the blood. Feel the scorching hatred. So with its silence. Tear the sky. Quench the blood. I'll never heal. So with its silence. The flames are not scaled in your tongue. Quench the blood. Strike. All stars burn to ash.
It's time to end this.
Gaat wel zwaar.
Return March
No.
7th to us and end this pointless conflict.
Don't get the wrong idea. The encryption key written by the... How about we play a game, dear? Don't worry. It won't take long. It's a simple multi-choice question. A or B? I understand it's too difficult for you to treat the Chrysosairs as extrapolated data. Then why don't we assume for now that they're living... Now, on the one side, on the other side, those who are to be... Tell me. Here is the number of people I've just posed the... Now.
Wait!
Cyrene?
Another dim...
Still think you can... What weapons do you...
Don't stir up ripples of past reverie!
What?
We don't have time for endless chat. Quick, friend! Take the shot! Of course not! No time to explain! Well, that now leave the rest to us.
This is... Oh, and there's a heart. We need to get...
I know you mean that, but as for the...
Welcome to ID's... Let's give you a taste of... Quite perceptive. So, tell me.
I really... But at least when it comes to...
Oh. In that split sec, you hid yours.
Huh? But my plan was super thought out. I know those two better than anyone. A promise is a promise for them. They never go...
History books, diaries, and photo stones are all perfect catalysts for memories.
That's right. So when I hear him press the shutter, even if there's just a tiny bit of my consciousness left, I'd whoosh right into the camera.
But if you put it like that, aren't you leaving a lot to chance?
No way. He will definitely be snapping away all over Amphorius because he promised me to take photos. I'm guaranteed to run into him. Eventually.
True, you really know him well. Miss Evernight, let's be real. My amateur skills aren't enough to keep someone like you contained. But if March 7th were here, that would be a different story. Because there's no way for you to ignore her, right? Fine. Lay it on me then. After going on such a long detour, what exactly do you want to do now?
First, I want to thank you for protecting him and Don Hung. But what you did later went way too far. So, while there's still time, I've got to make you change your mind.
There is something that truly puzzles me.
How did you find yourself again? After giving up all your memories and becoming an empty soul.
Looks like you aren't so omnipotent or omniscient after all,
Wat heeft hij
huh?
nog? Sorry.
The answer is simple. I have been dozing inside the camera all along, and I
Lekker.
accompanied him during his entire journey. So, when he told Cyrene in this cycle about his interstellar travels, those memories of journeying with the Express entered my mind as well. I may still be far from the complete March 7th, but these memories were more than enough to fight you.
So, you know what led up to this, and what followed, right? Go ahead. Tell me. Let's hear why you're so confident you can sway me.
Why? Isn't the reason super obvious? Even through a camera lens, I know that the love, hate, and struggles that happened in Amphorius were the same as what real living people experience.
Same old topic. I already got him to make a choice. The weights on each side of the scale are far too unequal. When destruction looms, trying to preserve everything only means sacrificing everything.
Well, take a step back. Before we ask this question, have you ever really thought about it? What right do we really have to make choices for others? If the cosmos were nothing more than a bigger Akama, ruled by a so-called Imperator, maybe then she'd have the right to weigh both sides and decide for us all. But the truth is, we're just a bunch of nameless. Even with everyone calling him Deliverer, I believe that he hasn't forgotten. That the meaning of Trailblaze is to explore, understand, establish, and connect. It's not about standing above the cosmos as some kind of savior. It's about walking alongside every world within it. So don't try to guilt trip me with stuff like necessary sacrifices. The Express crew is immune to these baseless accusations. Besides, and this is just an example, if Madame Herta wanted to, she could have whipped out her imaginary weapon any time and blasted this scepter to bits. Because, according to your logic, the lives of a few nameless are nothing compared to a Lord Ravager's potential threat. But that's not what she did. You wouldn't have liked it either, would you? I figured you out a long time ago. You've got a fatal flaw. A weakness. In the shape of me. You've got such incredible powers. But you still kept your promise to me. That only means the sole motivation behind everything you do was just so I can keep traveling.
You're not as naive as you seem, are you?
In that case, I can prove it to you. I won't answer for someone else, but for myself. Here, hold this.
An empty spirit.
If you want to seriously think about it, this thing actually counts as my body right now. Its memories are all drawn from the camera's photos. In other words, from my journey of trailblazing. While I was awake, you were always sleeping. So talking about this probably doesn't feel real to you. So, why don't I walk you through these memories all over again?
The spirit turned into a journal?
Yep, that's what memories are. You don't know where they are, and you don't know what you actually remember. But when you need them most, the forces that have once changed your soul are guaranteed to appear again.
So, how was your first Trailblaze journey?
It was very fun.
We should still be careful in the future.
Oh, come on, Don Hung. We're here to
Don
celebrate
Hung.
for him tonight. Don't be such a buzzkill. Don't listen to him. Listen, I am practically a Trailblaze expert. Stick with me, and you'll be just fine.
You call this trip fine?
Well, that's because we could only find 700-year-old guides online.
So, you've been to a lot of places before?
You bet. Capital of Passion, Calcis, Tychean. If I count on my hand, it looks like this is my 6th stop. All my souvenirs are in my room, but they're just a bit of a mess right now. I'll tidy up later and give you the grand tour. Oh, look at this. A Belabogian notebook. A special souvenir I asked Branya for. She prepared quite a few gifts for us. Raw Geomarrow, Supreme Guardian medals. But I only asked for this little notebook.
What's so special about it?
The previous
Right there.
Trailblaze missions were all on super high-tech
Let's read
worlds.
this.
Forget about paper books. Even holographic projections were ancient relics there.
Kom hier.
Eurillo is completely different. Watching people record their lives with pen and paper, I finally understood why some still cherish writing journals by hand.
It's just like calligraphy. Those deep emotions buried in human hearts can only be awakened through such seemingly thankless actions.
Kom hier, Koro.
You truly embody both a fierce beast and a
Oh, yeah.
delicate rose. Anyways, that's what I thought too. A camera can only capture fleeting moments. But stitching those moments into a story, you've got to use your own hands. In other words, just taking photos isn't enough. They need a place to be displayed.
Isn't the photo wall enough?
I told you it's different. Besides, this little notebook is a memento of our first Trailblaze together with you. That makes it even more special. Anyways, the next stop is the legendary planet of festivities, Penacony. So, when we get there, I'll make sure we take tons of pictures together, until the memory card's bursting.
Fine by me.
And one more thing. If I'm ever too busy to get off at a stop, this camera is gonna be in your hands. I don't want to miss a single Trailblaze. So you all need to practice your photography skills until you're at least 80% as good as me. Got it?
Back then, I was only half joking. I never thought I'd actually miss out. And after just 2 stops, too. Those 97 days alone had me on edge. I honestly thought that was gonna be it for me. Thankfully, with my quick thinking and sharp planning, I managed to keep up with those two.
By hiding in the camera.
So what? That's still trailblazing. The camera is my true form. That might have been a joke, but it came true this time. Well, yeah, it was super inconvenient. I couldn't help them when they were in danger. Couldn't complain when they talked total nonsense. And watching him snap a terrible photo, I couldn't even control the shutter.